Hey guys, it's your girl Victoria back to you with another review for The Love Experiment Season 1, Episode 6 called Hall of No Regrets. So the men finally get to see the woman after their little weekend getaway, and Paige and Justin, good make out stats, like they haven't seen each other in 2 years. That's fine, that's cool. And this is when the girls are talking with the men for a little bit about the trip. Tamara tells Ryan that, he isn't really standing out because he's not really doing much. He ain't texting her. He ain't trying to talk to her, none of that stuff. So he understands and says he's going to step up. He don't really say that word for word. I'm just paraphrasing. But he nods his head like, okay, I got you. So we get to Paige. She's talking with Justin and immediately ask him what's his feelings about the whole hierarchy and, in regards to who comes first, the man or the woman, whatever the case may be. But he tells her everything she wants to hear, so she's kind of like reassured, like, okay, cool, I don't have to eliminate this one too. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do not Tamara, but Paige. You gotta do what you gotta do. So, I mean, it's not harmful to ask people questions and get to know them. So I ask a lot of questions myself. Like, I know a lot of people, not in regards to even relationships, well, like dating relationships, but in general. I ask my friends a lot of questions. I ask my parents a lot of questions. I ask my siblings a lot of questions. So, if you're talking to me, if we're really cool like that, I'm going to end up asking you a lot of questions. Clearly, I'm not cool with a lot of people, so I don't ask people questions like that. But the ones that I am really cool with, I'm sure they have moments where they're like, okay, Victoria, I got to stop talking to you. That's okay, because I'm going to bother you again tomorrow. Anyway, back to these people. So we then get to Paige telling Justin that she's gonna be going back to the hall, and he acts like he don't really care that much. And I guess Paige is confused by that. Paige, at this point, you should kind of know how Justin is. Like, I only see snippets of him every week. You be seeing him like for hours every day or whatnot. Justin just be trying to act like he don't care, but deep down in his heart, he cares. He's probably jealous, but he can't really show that. Okay, so the best thing for him to do is to act calm. But you already seen how he was acting the other times. In regards to like when you kissed Chris upstairs on the by the pool table, whatnot. So you know how he is, but she confused that he don't care. It's like, do you want him to spaz at or something? Like, I don't understand. But okay, we get to the Hall of No Regrets. So the men don't have the earpieces in because the girls are going in individually. And I was just like, the whole time, even from last week when they announced we was going to have the Hall of No Regrets, I said, do not bring Kenny back. Do not bring Kenny back. Do not bring Kenny back. But I forgot. This is a TV show. We're going to have some type of drama. What they done did, they brought Kenny back. I'm like, I'd rather y'all bring Preston back than Kenny. But no, we brought Kenny back. So he back. And, when Tamara walks in, she talks with him, and Kenny is Kenny. He's still on the fugazi stuff, talking about he don't know if this is what he wants and stuff. So why are you here, Kenny? Did they say they're going to pay you extra if they did? Okay, I understand. I understand. But at the same time, it's like, what's the point? I mean, at least he came in without a hat this time. He does have hair underneath the hat, so that's cool. But you don't even want to be picked, so I really don't even know why you even here. And you're not even trying to pretend. Like, that's cool, you being real. We could appreciate you for that, Kenny, but at the same time, we kind of still looking at you sideways because of the fact that you purposely say the things that don't get you picked. The fact that you got picked in the first place, I was in conversion. I mean, I know y'all was doing a little eye contact, and that's why she chose you, and the whole debacle that happened between you calling her sis and what all this stuff. But it's just like, okay, whatever. But they're looking through the people, and I guess Chris is also back. Paige is questioning why he back when she just eliminated him like 2 seconds ago. He pulls her in his little booth room, whatever thing, and tries to apologize to her, and tries to make his case. Paige's talking about she don't want him to change who he is, and hugs him goodbye, which I can agree to. Like, don't change yourself, Chris, or try to continue to explain yourself to try to win back Paige. No, just stick to what you done said and find yourself a woman who is on the same vibration, as people like to say, as you. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not gonna say F Paige because I think she's perfect for somebody else, but that person is not you. So just let bygones be bygones and go about your merry way. Anyway, so after the girls done seeing who was available, they talk things out, and then that's when they make their choice. So Paige chooses Nikoi and Isaac. Isaac is also back, so she's giving him a second chance after that little comment about if he did have someone back home, he's gonna let them go and stick with Paige, which is like that you're not answering. It was a yes or no answer, but you elaborated and you talk too much. So she chooses him, giving him a second chance. It's mainly because of the looks. Listen, she didn't say that, but to me, honestly, keep it 100% real. Let's be clear. I was waiting to say that. That's why I said it. Let's be real. Paige chose Isaac again because he's cute. Okay, he's a cute guy. He's a person you look at, you're like, okay, you fine. So that's really what I think her motivation was. I could be wrong. I've been wrong plenty of times on my reviews and opinions, but that's my opinion right now, and I'm sticking to it until I am told otherwise by Paige. So she chooses him and Nikoi. Mars chooses Henry. And Tamara chooses Mike. So Mike was the one that I was like, oh, he looked like he's 20 something when he's actually 30 something. And I kept calling him Malik, but I guess his name is Mike. I only said Malik because he reminds me of a kid I knew back in middle school named Malik. And yeah, that's why I called him Malik. But I guess his name is Mike. Okay, whatever. So Tamara chooses Mike. But before she chooses Mike, Kenny was smiling at her. She was looking at him asking, like, why was he smiling? He was like, oh, because I'm just done with this. And I'm just like, Kenny, you just really just, at this point in my head, I'm just like, you just really trying to get your little 15 seconds of fame. Like, you just want to make sure your voice is heard and whatnot. And it's just like, Kenny, you already made an impression on us the first time around, so you don't need to continue making an impression on us. Just, if you don't got nothing nice to say, like, if you ain't trying to win her heart and all that stuff, just leave it alone. Like I said, you shouldn't even be here. Your feet don't hurt. I'm sure your feet is screaming the way you was talking last time. So just stop. Anyway, so obviously Malik is happy. Not Malik. See, look, Mike is happy. They hug and whatnot. And I love Tamara's dress. Like, and I just keep looking at Tamara. I'm like, dang, she's slim, thick, and she got a lot going on in the back, and it's just gorgeous, And I love the silky look of her dress. It's like those type of material dresses I always think is beautiful on women. So she was doing the damn thing with that dress on. But anyway, we get to the next morning and the girls are going over their pics. And then Ryan comes over with a tray of breakfast for her and a little note. He's like, oh, you want me to send you a good morning text or whatever? I wrote it down for you. And I guess he even like drew like a rectangle around the note to make it look like it was an iPhone and whatnot. So Tamara was very impressed and appreciated that, and said she said it was gonna make it harder for elimination because it's elimination day. So Paige don't have to eliminate nobody because she was only down to one person anyway. So we get to Mars first. She eliminates Ishan, and I'm just like, you should have eliminated him from the weekend getaway because you already knew. For the most part, y'all already be knowing if y'all gonna be sticking with these men or not. So you already knew you wasn't gonna be sticking with no Ishan. You should have just eliminated him from the weekend getaway, but she decided to wait till this time to eliminate him, and there was no hard feelings. He wishes her the best of luck. That's cool. And then when we get to Tamara, even though Ryan did his little last minute attempt to save himself, Tamara eliminates Ryan, and no hard feelings once again. He wishes her the best of luck. But for me, I'm just like, Tamara, you should have been eliminated him, to be honest. You should have eliminated him that one time when Paige eliminated Preston, because you already felt like, okay, this might not be going nowhere, especially when it came to the kids situation, and kids are very important to you, that you want kids. He was still unsure, which to me is like, you don't want no kids, but if it happens, like, you ain't gonna tell the girl to get abortion. That's the vibes I was getting from Ryan. But to me, I'm like, I already knew it wasn't gonna last. You should have been eliminated him, but she eliminated him now, so that's cool, whatever. And we get to the group date night. So the group date night is where the girls are going out with all of their men together. So Mars has like a cooking date with them, like has them cooked for her because she likes to cook. And we get a moment where Yannick, he trying to put the pressure. He sees she's a little tense, so he try to give her a little massage, takes her out to the patio and tells her to relax, close her eyes, and gives her a kiss. Chuck walks out like a cock block and says, dinner is ready. And he said, oh, the kiss doesn't faze him. Chuck, you sure do have a lot of confidence and talking about like, oh, these men, need to stop pushing up on your woman. Like, he don't really say that, but like, that's just the vibes I'm getting. Like, you're quick to be like, oh no, he don't need to be doing nothing with her, da da da. But you not, in turn, not doing anything to give her that pressure. Like, what are you doing? Because you being the host of the talent show and is not doing nothing. You saying something about, oh, he better not be doing this, he better not have slept in your bed on a weekend getaway is not doing nothing. What are you doing to try to get Mars' attention? Because I see nothing happening. And you should be the next person to be eliminated, to be honest. But okay, whatever. So, other than that, their date night seems to look like it's going well. We then get to Paige. She goes on a nature walk with her dates. And listen, that nature walk looks so beautiful. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I have someone particular in mind. I'm like, yo, if we went on this nature walk together, this nature walk would be epic. Most of y'all know who that is anyway. But I was like, this is a beautiful nature walk. And I guess she was connecting the most with Nikoi because of the fact that, he likes nature and all that stuff and animals. And I think Isaac tried to make little comments here and there, but Justin was for the most part quiet, which Paige didn't like and thinks he's just getting a little too comfortable. Maybe so, but this is what I be trying to tell you, Paige. Like, Justin, he gonna try to act like he's cool with everything, but in actuality, he probably, steaming on the inside, because even when she was trying to hug them goodbye, it looked like Justin was kind of awkward in his body language. So, girl, he just trying to keep his jealousy at bay. That's really all it is. But then as for Tamara, she takes the men to a hookah lounge because she likes to smoke hookah, and Mike is drunk. Okay, cut long story short, Mike is drunk. So I guess she asks Jamal a question. Jamal tries to answer, but Mike is mocking him. And, Jamal looking at him kind of sideways. Even Tamara, when she's trying to talk, Mike is very animated, has a lot to say, has a lot of ad-libs and whatnot. And I'm like, he's a little loose. But then we get on to the later of the episode, and he's a lot of loose. And we get to then the girls getting together to talk about their dates. And then they decide to hop up and go see what the men are doing, because the men are making a toast and drinking more. So the girls come up and they're greeting the men greet the woman. Mike hugs Tamara, but I guess the way he hugs her, he ends up grabbing her booty cheeks. Not condoning what he's doing, but I mean, Tamara, your butt be looking great in your outfits, so I guess it's squeezable to a lot of people. All right. But, she don't like that. So, okay, cool. She didn't like him eating on her plate, and now she don't like him touching her booty. Listen, like she said, she's a grown woman. If she don't like that, then you got to respect it. So, like I said, he's drunk. So I don't think he would have done that had he not been drunk. But that doesn't give him the right to do it just because he is drunk. There's a lot of things he does in these next few scenes that is really uncalled for. He just talks too much and, like I said, very animated and tries to be very possessive over Tamara, even when Josiah's trying to talk to her, to the point where Tamara tries to bring Josiah downstairs so they could get alone time. But then I guess Isaac brings over food for everybody, and I guess Malik, I keep saying Malik, Mike is on the couch, drunk, and I guess he was going to bring the food down to her, but I guess he overheard Tamara or Josiah saying something, so he's like, "Oh wait, you okay, baby? I'm coming downstairs for you, baby." Goes downstairs without the food, so Isaac comes behind him to bring the food, and like he's just being a little belligerent, and to the point where he kind of like pushes Josiah and Isaac to the side so he could go to Tamara and sit next to her. Isaac kind of looking at him like, "Bro, like you kind of on one right now, but listen, that Tamara ain't my girl, so I'm gonna just leave y'all to it. Here's the food. I'm going upstairs." He goes back upstairs. Josiah goes to sit down next to him because technically he was talking to Tamara first downstairs. So pretty much Mike is really just kind of ruining things for him. And the fact that he kind of pushed him and put his hands on him, Josiah feeling some type of way. So now they kind of bickering, going back and forth, passive aggressively, while Tamara trying to eat her food, but she can't even enjoy her food because of the tension that's going on between Josiah and Mike, to the point where Tamara's calling for Paige to come help. So it goes to commercial for dramatic effect, comes back from commercial for dramatic effect, and we have Paige and some of the men coming downstairs, and Tamara takes Mike upstairs to talk because he's just, like I said, doing the most. And when she's trying to confront him about why he's acting like that, they go back and forth. And all I took from this was like Mike is jealous and he's very possessive when he's drunk. And, at one point I was like, well, Tamara, you knew better than to bring people to the hookah lounge and stuff, because you know how people can get, but at the same time, It's probably a good thing that she brought them to the hookah lounge, because now you can see how he is when he drinks and how he acts. And if that's how he's acting when you're not even really his girl, I can only imagine how he would act if you were his girl. So for me personally, at that point in time, when you going back and forth between him upstairs while he's drunk, me personally, I would have eliminated him right then and there. Because at that point, after she knew there was like no sense of talking to a drunk person, because at the end of the day, there's no point to talk to no drunk person. Trust me, I've tried a lot of times. It never worked out in my favor. We never had no cordial conversation, and the next day I always get an apology. There's no point, okay? At this point, you just leave him alone. And that's exactly what Tamara did. She just ended up walking away, and that's when the episode ends. But for me, I was like, you shouldn't have walked away, Tamara. You should have eliminated him, then walked away. But, it's kind of like, Mike, this was your chance to come back to redeem yourself, and you blew it. You still in the running for the next day, I guess, but I don't know why exactly. You should have been gone, but you blew it. You blew it. Y'all should know by now. Like, why y'all do this? Like, I'm sure a lot of y'all know how y'all act when y'all drunk, and y'all still do it anyway. You think this is cute? Because it's not. Maybe y'all do this for the TV show, but at the end of the day, you just make yourself look like a fool. But I guess there's 3 episodes left, and I'm like, dang, this season went by quick. Wow, this is episode 6, and so 3 more episodes. 9 episodes? You could have went to 10, unless 10 is a reunion, but you could have went to 10. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you laughed at least once, please subscribe. If you didn't laugh, come back next week. I'll try to come up with more jokey jokes so you can laugh and subscribe then. Comment down below what you thought about this episode. Be easy, breezy, lemon squeezy, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.